Good. Good evening, everybody. Thursday, April 3rd, 11:23 p.m. Eastern. Let's get started quickly. Welcome to another quick video from superareas.com. I know this video is long due. I will break this video into two. Before I begin, of course, any videos I make, it's not financial advice. It's just for informational and educational purposes and entertainment as well. I'm not responsible for your stop loss. I'm not responsible for your TP. Just for my own analysis that I do here at superareas.com. All the information is provided to you as is, and you agree to all terms and services when you're using our algorithm. All right. So the most common video everybody asks me is, what is the optimal stop loss for some of the positions that we take? All right, let me log in. Let me first show you account. Okay, so once you log in, you're able to see under the software training videos, I've started to create different types of entries you can take. And I've created a list of 14 types of entries, and each entry, just like support and resistance, kind of tells you how to do it. And then I pulled the explanation video of our senior advisor here, senior mentor, on how to do certain things, right? So that's running. So you also have, for example, night session videos, you have swing retrace extension videos. Everything is all given to you step by step, that how you can enter SRE equals S video. So I will break this video because I have a lot of guys who are asking for retracement divergence video. So I'll do that right after this because this is called retracement divergence. So I'll do on setup 8 because I've done the, I believe, fourth one is the whole video, all 4 videos from Daniel. But 1, 2, 3 I've done completed, and gap trade is same as midband, but I will pull in. But everybody's interested these days, asking me retracement divergence, how to take that, or even rejection wicks. So these are the next video I will make. But first thing is first, some users are saying, can you kind of give us an optimal stop loss on these type of trades? I won't cover position trading. If you're in FTMO, you have to really kind of look. So let's do the easy verse. So this sheet will be available if you go on superareas.com/sheet. It actually will take you right into this Excel file. So let me change the font. Let's make it 20, and let's see. So position trading. Now you can do position trading using, for example, CFDs, stocks, things like that, maybe, or maybe even futures trading. But if you're holding a balance in your account, so that is only determined by your own risk management. So I would say, let's say if you're doing one MNQ or one MES, which cost $5 per point, and this one is $2 per point. And if you take, let's say, an AMP or GFF account, and you have $2,500, and you're allowed to hold it overnight, right? So in order to do this, for one MNQ, you can hold I believe 1850 is the current margin. You need it overnight, and this is 1250. Russell is slightly less. Gold is different, so overnight margin requirement. So if you have an account with GFF and AMP or any of the futures and you deposit 2,500 US dollars, you can hold one, maybe one ES or one MNQ overnight, and then plus your let me do this, plus your open or floating SL. If you're planning to do one ES, of course that is $50 a point. You need 12,500. That could change depending on your broker. One NQ you need, that's $20 per point, and for the overnight you need 18,500 plus overnight margin to plus your floating loss, open slash unrealized, you can call it unrealized profit and loss. So plus or minus, I should say. If you're in profit, it doesn't matter, but and make sure if you're doing overnight, set your trade to GTC, not day, otherwise they'll close it, reopen that trade, and then you could. So always set your trading if you're planning to do position trading for longer term. Interactive broker is slightly different because you're working with different direct spot or CFDs. Forex.com is different depending on your margin because there's no expiry, but this I'm primarily focused on futures. So in that, if you have $1,850, you can hold your position overnight. You don't have to close a trade, and that is non-funded. So I would say own capital. So again, this is not allowed in any funded companies that does any of that, right? So you have to make sure that you're able to do this properly. So one MNQ and one ES has so tenth of the margin. So if you close your trade at, of course, at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, you can reopen at 6 o'clock. But let's say you're in a trade, for example, and you sold it at expected high, and position trading and price was what, 6,000. Very unlikely. Let's do, even looking at the current price, let's do even 550, 5,500 if it gets there. And you open one MES and you're holding, you're actually, let's suppose you're doing one MES, or so you're minus $300 for whatever reason, because market has gone, so minus 300, and then you take that divided by 5, so you're down, let's say 60 points against your trade. Highly unlikely. It's not. Give me 1 second. Let me calculate it properly. Let's say you enter at long at. Let's do a short. You decided to go short at 5,500, and the price has gone to 5,550. So even realistically speaking, 5,524. So the difference now, you are in here. You're down 24 points against you, right? Because you were thinking that from 5,500 market is going down, the area, and that's expected high, and you feel like you want to hold this position. So market has gone against you 24 points. Now each point is $5. So at that time, you'll be negative $120 on your trade. So in that case, what will you require if it's at 5 p.m. If your account has, let's say, 1250 plus you need 120 of your floating loss. So let's do this way. Equals 120. So you are requiring 120. So you will require in your account $1,370. So if you have $2,500, you're okay. So in the morning you can close it, but depending on, let's say, night 2. So market has gone, you haven't taken your loss, market has jumped to 55.60, right? Now you started at 5,500 and then you're down 60 points times 5. Of course, you're down. So the night 2, you're down negative $300, and then of course you require 1250 plus 300, and that's how your kind of floating unrealized works. So you have to kind of make sure that you do these things properly. So it depends on, for position trading, your stop loss is kind of depend on where do you want to exit. Some users will, let's say, if they get close to this number, and then your floating loss becomes, and the price has jumped up to 6,000, and you're really 500 points you're holding, that's quite a bit. So 6,000, and your original position was 5,500, that's 500. These day markets are moving quite fast, and then you decided, hey, 500 times 5, you're almost at liquidation, right? So negative 2,500 plus you need 1,250. So in this case, the broker is going to call you and say, hey, can you deposit if you don't want to close your trade? And as you get closer to the end of liquidity, they're going to say, hey, deposit at least $1,250 or we're going to cut it off at 5 p.m. So you're going to have to load up another 1,250, and then your account balance is in negative 2,500. And I don't know why would you do that. You may want to take in, this is so long of a position to hold, and of course you do this for 3 months, and the contract expiry comes and the price is not going in your favor, you are going to get burned. So recommendation, cut your losses, and then maybe take I don't know, at this time, let's say if this is day number 1 and 120 you didn't want to cut, maybe in day number 2 you're negative 300, and maybe day number, like out of 90 days, let's say day number 67, market has moved 500 points against you, and you have negative 2,500 plus you need the margin, or they'll close the trade at that day 67 at 5 p.m. So work out your P&I. So I don't recommend you guys to hold any trades, even if you have money, 2,500. Just do pure day trading and make your in and out, and at 4 o'clock you eat up your. But if you are 100, let's say RSI on 30/20 is overbought slightly, and then you're like, I can hold it, and then next morning around 6, or even the next session at 6 or 8 o'clock, you say, all right, the price is starting to come to my zone, my support level or resistance level, and I need to get out. So that's the one option for you to do position trading. But that is determined by your own risk management style, capital management. If you've lost 30% of your capital, you're kind of best to, if you've lost, let me do it, 30%. So if you have lost 750, time to let it go. I think you're not gonna. Some true users will try to an average, and they'll put in one trade, and then you need to be an expert trader to be doing average, and a different instrument, because you're doing your own capital. There's no requirement for you to worry about any hedging or anything like that. You can go long, short in a different instrument. But if you're in MES, and you can add more to average, but you have to close the trade. Maybe you want to go short on a full ES to kind of cover some of your losses, but that's your own. As once you get expert, then you start doing your own. So position traded is one of the easiest one. That's really for expert traders. If you know how to trade, you know how to manage your money, you go into position trading your own funds. Generally, GFF will charge you like $100 a month in order to do your Ninja license. Right. So let's do next thing, and what is next is, let's pick a different style of trading. If you are doing value area trading is the 70%. So value area trading works with support and resistance values, 70% of yesterday's volume. All right, so let's say if your value is, again, I would put a stop loss max 5 points on, and TP you can do anywhere from 2 to 5 points generally. It's okay. So max, I'll put in this way, stop loss. So let's do it slightly different. Stop loss is TP points and ticks, of course, per tick. So let's do 5 ticks and then it's 4. So if you're doing market MES or ES, depending on your account size, and total ticks, because there's 4 ticks. I'll primarily focus on MES and ES or NQ, or so if you're doing TP, you can do, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 or 5. So again, 20 to 20 is if you get, but it truly depends on you. How would you like to do this? This is again for market MES, MNQ, MES or ES. If you're doing a stop loss on a value, I don't recommend value areas on. So do this on ES or MES only, or other markets, but not Nasdaq. So this is, and then that's your either value area top or value area bottom. So that's your cyan line or 60-minute. Just make sure use 60-minute chart to determine value area. All right. What is next? So next, let's take a look at, if you're doing, let's do midband and gap trade. Okay, midband or gap. If you're doing on 15 turn, so I'll do slightly there, and that, of course, I have to do this chart. So use 60-minute chart to determine. Use 60-minute chart to determine value area, bottom or top. All right, so midband gap trade, if you're doing on market points, stop loss, if you're doing points, I would say 20, 5 points, again, 4 ticks to a point, 20 points, markets, let's determine this. So again, MES, ES, if you're doing midband or gap trade, and if your chart is 1510, you have to do 5 points. I would do it slightly different. Instead of 20, the actual formula is, this is an optimal number, but you have to do, if long, your stop loss has to be higher high minus 8.7, 8.5. If short, lower low plus 8.5. If the chart is, actually I gotta change this, 4 points. Yeah, 8.5 is fine. So if you're doing a mid-band trade on ES or MES, and your chart you're using 1510, if you're going long, so you have to do higher high value, minus 8.5 points, lower low value plus 8.5 points. So wherever that falls in, you usually will fall within 20. So you can open your ATM bracket with 2020. And of course, this is, you can recommend and you can trail yourself. So this is your 2020. This is how I open up my bracket, maybe 20 to 60. And you can trail your things however you like it. You can do auto trail, manual trail, but generally within the value area, or you can open up how TP I'm not really considering, but I'm giving you an optimal that if you want to open a value area, 5 points are generally there. If you're looking at midband or gap trade, if you're planning to trail, you can set your own TP. Just remember, go as low as 1 point, and then you can get 4 ticks out of it for midband or a gap at from 1510. If you're doing this on a 30-20, if the chart is 30-20 on ES or MES, if you're doing this on 30-30, if long, midband value plus 6.5 points stop loss. So your stop loss, if you're on a 30-20 chart, then you have, and if short, then you have to do this on, if short, there would be midband value minus 6.5 points max. Even 6 is okay, but this is where the background will change color. So 6.5 points is on stop loss is 6.5. It's pretty big on your, so you're almost at 26 ticks, MES, ES. All right. So if the chart is 1510 or 30-20, different values. All right. So now you have next type of trade. And of course, TP, you can, like, at least on a TP on a 30-20, give yourself 2 points minimum. So in an ATM, you can again open up a bracket of 60 and then manually move it, or automation of auto trail. One note, if trailing ES or MES, give it at least 10 ticks breathing room. Nasdaq, you gotta give a lot more, but 10 ticks breathing room is ideal. All right, so next is, so midband is done, so value area is 1. Next is your midband, that is done. Next, position trading is done. Where's next? Night session low and high really works with it's a support and resistance level. Some users will, I think night session low and high, you can go maybe about, generally it'll fall inside the area. So this will become R1 or S1, and so the area trades are, if you're doing true area trades, so we can add, for example, like support and resistance kind of falls into this night session. But if base is up, pressure is up, as the explanation of the video is there, you can determine where your stop loss would be, because most of the time it will fall inside this anyway. So let's do the easy one. So next easy one, we'll copy and we'll do, let's say, areas. The way I do areas, guys, let's say today. Now let's look at today's areas. All right, where are they? Go back to users page, log in again. So let's do morning trades. So we have an area. Let's say if the price hits, now these sometimes is a big gap. So you can, so what are the areas computer has predicted that, hey, the price could go up, but it does not go up straight in a line, goes up like slowly, and then these are the reversal points. So here the range is small, so you may want to take 12. Here is the range is small, so you may want to take 36, but the computer is saying, hey, I could bounce down, give you a retrace or reversal from 33 to 36. Sometimes it's 32, 25, 34, 35, 36. But generally, I would just put 5-point stop loss above this number. So 5 points is my maximum if you're doing, if the gap is, I always like to check areas with Nasdaq if they're in if they're in synchronization. So see this thing today, we took this area first, then we took this area. Look at the big gap. So sometimes both areas will work. Excuse me. And this one is 8 points. So this today, extreme low worked and extreme low bottom range worked. So sometimes both areas will get tested. But if the gap is less, then you want to just take maybe the higher number. In this case, huge gap from 97 to 70, 5,500. This is a small gap, so you can take the dot. But there's no 100% way for us to predict where it's going to bounce from. But the computer over algorithm predicts these numbers for 2015 markets that, hey, so today, even though one of the world's worst trading day in the world, April 3rd, goes right beside COVID, right beside 9/11, and our areas were right on the spot. Market bounce from here, market bounce from here, market bounce from here, market bounce from here. So when it's coming, even a free fall where the market fell 300 points, still is quite a bit in terms of. And market is still falling. I'm watching Nasdaq is down another 145 points. ES is down. Everything is down right now. So let's see how far market. Right now, market has gone to 18,528. That is ridiculous. It just keeps falling. Anyway, that's beside the point. What's happening right now, we'll worry about it. What does the computer predicts? Our area for tonight is 5370 is the area. Anyway, so this is the game plan. Now, let's take a look at here. We got areas. So areas, I'm looking at truly, if you're looking at, let me copy this. There's no chart. You do this on the area chart. Areas maybe 30 a minute or 60 minutes. Because there's no point of placing a trade on 15, 10, 30, 20 because areas are... So anyway. And so I would do 5 points from the upper or lower range. If the gap, I have to slightly move this text here, and I can say if the gap is low, small, but if the gap is bigger, that you may want to, enter somewhere in between, and then it's completely up to you. I kind of watch Nasdaq along how it goes. Sometimes gap is bigger, both areas will get tested. In this case, today we did have. All of these got tested, 76, 66, then 50, then 42. Quite a 8 points here and almost 10 points here. So if you were to put a stop loss, you would have to really technically go 66, and then so it would be like a 15 point. But 5 points is reasonable if it's going against you. Generally, you want to get out and not take. So you have to take this from upper range or lower range, 5 points. TP, generally speaking, let's say if you are doing TP, like at least 2 to 5 points, which will put you in that 8 to 10 ticks market is yes. If you're doing in Nasdaq simple NQ or MNQ should be traded only SR, support and resistance area. So I have a standard rule. I put a stop loss of 35 points, which is 4 ticks to a point, so 140 ticks and points. And my profited anywhere from 15 to 20 points is standard, right? So anywhere, if you're doing a 1 MNQ, 2, 3, it's completely up to you. Areas, so now that kind of covers your areas trade, stop loss. So I have a standard 5 points. I'm not going more than 5 altogether. All right, what is next? Let's see. So coming back to the next topic of areas, I generally take 5 point stop loss, and that's it on MES. And if I'm doing Nasdaq, I'm doing 35 points from an area, and that's about it. Again, depending on the gap between the area, you can kind of set your own, but no more than 35 to 40 points, no more than 5 to 6 points. Otherwise, your account will get liquidated. So 5 points to 5 points is basically. So let's look at next. What is next? These are the areas for today, April 3rd. That's what the market predicted, and we took advantage. This came around 4:15 p.m. Eastern. So we took advantage of all of that. All right. What is next? Next is coming back to our training is this. If you're doing gap trade, same. Midband is gap is same. Midband trade is good. Now I will focus on RSI. Actually, let's do Fibonacci box. So Fibonacci boxes, Fib boxes. So the stop loss 4 ticks, 1 point times 4. So you're doing stop loss. So 1 times 4 is 4. TP again 1, 2. You can set up, this chart would be your 15-10 chart, so about a point on each direction. So you have to take this and either do this in on retrace on downside, you have to take green box or red box. So Fibonacci retracement 15-10. If you're doing 15-10, your TP, again, a point stop loss in each direction. You can do 2 points to get 1 point, but it's completely up to you. But my recommendation is anywhere from 1, 1.5 to 2. So I can write from anywhere from 1 to 2 points of stop loss on 15-10. And same thing, you can do this on 30-20 or 30-20. I prefer doing these on 30-20, so anywhere from 1 and again 1 to 2, so anywhere from 4 to 8 ticks. Market is of course MES or ES, and this is how Fib boxes work. My prefer is 30-20. So these are your Fib boxes. So when the retracement is happening, the algorithm will design those 2 boxes, the green, yellow, red, and blue. So the stronger ones are red and green. So if you're going short, so short from red and then long from green. Again, where you enter, top of the edge, top of the box, is completely up to you. Some enter at the last moment of the really top of the box. So let me see if I can show you this, guys, here. So if there is a retracement somewhere, give me a second. Right now, they generally appear and then they disappear when they're filled. So they will appear here. So on the next swing, they should appear. All right, so these are your Fibonacci boxes around. So this is by the way, how I look at it. Got my 15-10, got my 30-20, MES, ES, ES, NQ. Then I got my 60-minute and 240 to kind of see what the overall trend is. Anyway, so let's go back to what next trade. If you're doing breakouts, of course, breakouts, you can put a I like to take breakouts on 15-10 because the candle sizes small. So my I can write here, I prefer trading fib on 30-20 fib boxes. And you can do, what was the trade we were gonna take? Breakouts. I prefer trading these on 15-10, so much faster. Breakouts is, of course, coming to 15-10 is, if you want to take a look, right here is a breakout. So if it breaks this to the lower low, or if it breaks the previous number. So if you entered long here, you got a couple few ticks. If you entered short here, and you just have to make sure that it breaks the previous, so you would have a buy stop, sell stop, and generally you can get lots of point breakouts. This comes down, so every breakout is powerful. So in this case, no breakout, it came down, then give you an extension, no breakout. So these breakouts through whole day you can sit and just do breakouts. This one broke here, go down. This one kind of broke, and this swing you can go and take a top here. So breakout trades are happening all the time. So this one broke this 1 point here, this one broke this 1 point here. So these are the breakout trades, right? So if I was to take a trade, I would wait until here and then do a buy stop here if I was to put a trade in. So it has to break 54.3, or when they're close to each other much faster, or it has to break this 53.89 right now in the market. So these are the breakout trades, and you can watch hundreds of trades. Look at these breakouts. This broke out here. In this case, it gives you 17 to slightly low, but your trade on a breakout, you must have at least, so you have to put in your stop loss. If you're doing stop loss on points, I would say, let's move it down here. So you gotta hold your trade for at least from a breakout to 4.75. So because this is where the next black candle will form, right? So 19 ticks is your market is, of course, MES or ES, and total ticks. So maximum, this is, you don't want to hold more than this. So MES to ES, because let's look at the example here. So you took this number, you were like, all right, so first this would be a buy stop, or this would be a style stop. And you're like, all right, the number is 57.14, and you got maybe from 17, you got 1 tick, 2 tick, but on third tick it reversed, but it never really made a candle, because from here, from 17 to 4.19 ticks is the next candle. So this is, you will see, hey, you got a, and then price started to come down and give you lots of room. So you have to make sure that you're in a trade, in a breakout trade, and give yourself, because what you're hoping for is it would break this and go down. So in every breakout trade, you're hoping that it would break the previous high or low. So in this case, this is the previous high, 54.29, and it did break out. And right here, it break out, and right here is the retracement divergence, and we'll come to that. So if you entered buy stop here, look how many points you got. You got lots of points up there. And then you look at previous. All right, I'm coming down. Where's my next swing? Hey, there's no swing here. So no breakout happens here, but I do have a breakout to the down. So I wait here, but this is a SRES trade anyway. So your eyes should be really calculating all the time, what type of trade I'm going to take out. Breakout trade, you would sell here. SRES trade, you should sell right after the black candle maybe, and then top of the black candle. As soon as SRES setup is, you're at the black candle, right? And then if you took this breakout, look at this, from 25 down to, let's just say, crazy. Let's do next breakout. See right here, you have a black candle, no breakout here because it didn't cross 25. It has to cross 25. You put one tick above. But here it gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can definitely get a couple of points on every breakout. In this breakout, right here, you missed the midband. But let's say you take a breakout trade. 17 broke. So, and then you just keep looking at these breakout trades. Hey, lower low in this case. All right, didn't go up. This is again SRES setup right here. I went to sell stop. Take your couple of points, maybe trail. One good trade and you're done. Again, what's in this number? Breakout here. I'm going down along with it. Each breakout. In this case, double top. But then you have a breakout to the upside. So every black candle you have solid, and I'm working on an ATM to make this automation for you. It will take some time too because we have some false swings right here, false breakouts we call them, where the candle is not fully formed. So just trying to accommodate that in our software to see how can we do that. Anyway, so now what would be my breakout trade right here? This is happening live at 11 a.m. If it breaks 5403, you would do a buy stop here and go to see. But you have to make sure that until the next black candle you stay in the trade, because from this entry it can just do a one tick breakout and come down and make a black candle. But your entry would be at 5403.75. So I'll wait. Right now I have a blue and a black, so SRE setup is being born. But you have a higher high, you have a higher low. Let's see if it takes this breakout. If it takes this breakout, great. You go in and you try to collect a couple of points to it. So the stop loss on the breakouts is you have to make sure, there you go, 75 will take your trade in. Let's see if it gives you, so we got almost 3 ticks out of this from the breakout. So this was your breakout right here, 75, and you got 1 tick, 2 ticks out of this. Now this can happen. It's a live market. Sometime in the volatile market, it moves much faster because you're just in and out of a trade. See what I was explaining. If 5303, you entered at 75 and you only got 2 ticks out of it, and it is started. So some users will panic here and say, all right, I took the breakout trade. It didn't give me a point, only gave me 2 ticks, and now you have to stay in a trade until the next black candle. Right now you have a black candle to the upside, right? So you have a 13 and it just doesn't have the energy to go up, right? So all of this happens after the fact, but you have to be willing to stay in this breakout trade for at least 4.75 ticks until the next black candle. Because in here, you did take the breakout trade. You're still okay. However, you're like hoping that price should continue. Now everything is okay. I got green here. First reversal has already happened at a midnight April 4th. But now you see, now you're taking from big loss from here because it's only give you from 75 to 25, or only give you 2 ticks and didn't give you a complete breakout. So this is a problem with breakout trades. If the market is slow, you have more chances it will not hit your stop loss because everything is green. Large triggers are open. Here everything is green. But it can happen. Just give you a couple of ticks and then reverse it. So this is called the retracement divergence. Now we'll get to this trade. If rather than a breakout, if you sat right here at the bottom of the bar, your stop loss is the least. All right, let's put down. So 4.75 is your stop loss by 4 ticks. So 19 ticks you have to stand in. And this is identical for your black candle. So if I'm doing a black candle, doesn't matter if you're doing 15, 10, or 32. So black candle, SRE equals S. Your trades, you have to, they're identical here. So breakouts, black candle, SRES, I'll just say this can be 30, 20, or 15, 10. But let's see what's happening with our trade. So far, no stop loss because I'm still in that candle of the breakout, but this is your ultimate. So breakouts, I prefer trading these on 1510 because of how fast 1510 moves. Black candle SRES can be on 3020, 1510. TP 4 ticks, at least 1 point, 4 ticks. So you are risking quite a bit. So chart, of course, is your. I prefer. You can do this on 15, 10, 30, 20, but your stop loss on 20 to 20 will be 19 ticks. So you can, if I should write, if 15, 10 SL equals 19 ticks, if 30, 20 SL is 34 ticks. Let's come back. Yeah, so you would have hit because it can give you a divergence, and now your stop loss would be hit. So because you took a breakout trade, it only went 2 ticks up, it would have taken you out right here because you don't know how far the market can fall. It depends on your exact setup. In this case, you take it truly now depends on your again how you play. Some users will keep you the loss until more because until the background has turned, you're still in that trade. Anyway, so coming back to the point, black candle SERS, these are the difficult ones as well. So here again 4.75 to if you're doing SRES on 1510, 19 ticks, stop loss 34 ticks. It can be 15, 10, 30, 20 because the moment you see a black candle and you enter, you have to make sure. But on 30, 20, you can take 2 30, 20 can be TP can be 2 plus points. So these trades, breakouts, black candles, SRES, you gotta hold your trades for quite some time if you're doing 34 ticks or 8.5 points. So it's quite a bit of a risky trade when it comes to that. The smallest, the least riskiest trade. Let's go back to black candle reversal. We got gap trade. Divergence is a bit tricky because I don't recommend taking a direct divergence because if it fails, you're holding your trade for RSI. You're truly looking at this is for Nasdaq users. So if you go in with RSI, so RSI will put in back this trade of RSI here. So RSI overbought, oversold. I prefer 3020 NQ or MNQ. That's it, not ES. I'm not doing ES because that's and stop loss of course is 35 points, and TP of course you can get 5 points at least out of this minimum 35 points. Total ticks. So let's do market of NQ or MNQ. And 4 ticks, so you can do 35 to 4 because, but that would be quick in and out of if 30, 15, 10 is, or if 15, 10 is oversold, overbought or oversold, then 30, 20 must be as well. Then you kind of look at both charts. TP 5 points, 4 ticks. So let's do. So this is your 30. So 20. You can get about 5 points out of it. So 20 ticks. There's another trade. I have done a video on that. If you're combining with Nasdaq RSI with divergence. so I will combine this type of trade only with Nasdaq 3020. Let me write it. I prefer this type of trade on 3020-NQMNQ. So this type of trade is, if you look at the videos on our super areas, it is written right, I think it's on our YouTube channel, that talks about divergence on Nasdaq. So it's, I think you can find it on our YouTube channel right here. So, videos. All right. So the one I was talking about is called, there you go. Higher high, lower low, overbought, oversold. So this is the video that talks about, sorry guys, gotta skip the commercial. All right, this talks about overbought. So there's a divergence right here, and depending on the swing, you guys can take a look. And again, it breaks the previous low, previous high. So the whole video explains how the divergence is working. So in this case, you can do your own. I do at least. So my chart in this case, a chart is 3020. All right. So this is RSI relative strength index with which is the same thing, with divergence. You can watch the video. So type of trade with YouTube video. You can check it out. The full higher high, lower low, overbought, oversold. All right, coming back to the next setup. Next setup for me is, if I have to do, okay, let's log in. Next type of trade is value area. We talked about breakouts. Fibonacci is good. Rejection Wicks, same. You gotta hold your trades for longer. Black candle, breakouts, rejection wicks can be 1510 or 3020. Same. Also, rejection wicks or has to be 4.75 on 1510 and 8.5 point on 3020 if you're doing a rejection wick trade. What is a rejection wick? Quickly take a look. If you are doing a trade, see right now there's a rejection wick right here, so you would place your trade right at the bottom here, so it would be a sell stop. And if you have a rejection wick to the bottom, right here, you take you saw a rejection wick, you would go and do a sell stop. And generally 3020 can give you 8 ticks. Rejection wick right here, you would do a sell stop and come down along with it. So similar to breakouts. So, but first rejection wick right here, but only give you a point. But you must do this in trend. Rejection wick right here, give you a few ticks. So if you miss the retracement divergence, you have more chances from here to continue to go down. So these are called rejection wicks. So if you miss this trade right here, so in this case, price didn't go up. Is this SRES? No, not yet. So rejection wick. If you miss this rejection wick, just stand here, and more chances are you'll get a few ticks out of this for scalping. This is a rejection wick as well, and then you stand here and get your few points. Alright, so this talks about rejection wick, but the same stop loss rule applies. for just like breakouts or SRES or all of these, you gotta hold on to a trade until the next black candle. Can be costly, but now I'll come to this trade, which is the next one. Let me see if I've covered everything else. Retracement divergence is done with overbought, oversold. If you do this, rejection, value area position. So this is the trade. It's called retracement divergence. In our all 14 trades, you have the biggest stop loss of 4.75 or 5. So the biggest, so if you're doing, let's say, 15-10 chart, on most cases, you will not exceed more than max 5x SL, which is 20 ticks. To gain whatever, however you like, 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. So if you're gaining only 1, you're risking 5 maximum. Because even if you look higher high minus 8.5, you shouldn't exceed more than 20 ticks. So some trades, so this is the maximum stop loss on a 15-10 chart. And if you're looking at 30-20, max is 8.5 stop loss, which is 34 ticks, depending on if you're going 2 to 8.5 or 4 to 4 risk to reward ratio. You can go 4 points to 8.5. It's completely up to you. But there is a trade that's called retracement divergence. From what I've studied, at least back tested for the longest on 15-10 or 30-20, this number 8 is the lowest form of stop loss in all of our trades out of 14. Now accuracy is different. For example, let me come back to this. If you're doing our area trades, they're 90% accurate based on 18 years of data. Of course, night session high and low only works if the price opens in mid. SRE is good for 60 to 70, 80%, which is good. Midband is 70%. Gap trade is 75%. Black candle reversal can happen, but I would say it's more than 60%. You take 10 trades, 6 are good. Divergence on Nasdaq is good with if you combine this with RSI, overbought strength. So if you combine 7th and 9th, that's different. Fibonacci boxes are good, 70 to 80% they give you, and then 2 or 3 stop losses will hit. Rejection Wicks is same, 70%. Breakout is same, 70%. So all of these 14 type of trades, I shouldn't say 14, but 13 type of trades, if you do the optimal stop loss, you will be okay within the range, right? So 60 to 70 to 90%, like my favorite is support and resistance. I swear by it. This is all I do based on where the price is, and computer predicts, hey, this is where it should bounce, and then I have full faith on these. So even the evening areas today. So what is back to the areas, and let's see what did the computer predict for us for the evenings for today. So evening areas. So today, computer on April 3rd, Thursday night, predicted we only do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 markets for the evening. No forex, no copper, FTX, euros, nothing. So here you have if the computer has said, hey, if the price goes between 60 to 70 or Nasdaq, these are the good levels for you to put your support and resistance. So each night we have our own areas that for our own support and resistance. So depending on which style of trading you're comfortable with, the highest rewarding and the lowest stop loss falls into this type of trade called retracement divergence. I'll make a full video tomorrow, step by step, on where things are, but for now I'll just quickly explain you what the retracement divergence is and then the stop loss. So if you're doing this is my favorite type of trade. after the areas, of course, I can take rapidly any type of trade, go in, make an average, get out, like hit my, like, been doing futures trading long enough to work with Ninja on a rapid firing thing as well. So, and I've posted all my videos online with real trades on TikToks. You guys can see exactly where things are. So, second type of my favorite trade is when on 1510 or 3020 can be taken. SRES is confirmed, and I posted a video on my status today. Then you take this trade for highest probability. Did I spell probability? Okay, some of you are gonna say it didn't spell probability. There you go. All right, probability. Okay. So let me see if I can make this easier somewhere. Okay, so let's do the normal things first. This more. So my stop loss is only 1.75 on 1510. And so 4 ticks, my maximum stop loss is 7 ticks. Market, ES, MES. Of course, your lot size are 5. This is going to multiply. Just remember, my TP, at least a point out of this. So MES on 1510, right? At least a point. Some users go as high as 10 ticks. So let's do 10 divided by 4, 2.5. So this is anywhere from 1 to 5. So you can do this on anywhere from 4 to 10 ticks at least. You can extract out of this. Test it depending on. If you're doing this on 3020, SL is 3.5, which is only 14 ticks. Of course, MES. You can do this in GC. You can do this in CL. You can do this in YM. You can do this in M2K. You can do this in anywhere except NQ. I haven't tested a lot of markets. Primarily I do ES, MES, or NQ for areas. So my TP, in this case, anywhere from 20 ticks. So let's do equals 20 divided by 4. Anywhere from 2 to 5 points. So that would be in total ticks would be 8 to 20. So MES, ES, gold, everything. And of course this time your chart is going to be, and instead of another video, I will try to cover this, how this trade works in this. But the condition is SRES must be confirmed. If you take this trade, this can work with or without SRES confirmation. However, I gotta write in it. The probability, the probability could be lower. I have to write could be. So what does that mean? Let's take a look at some chart and I'll try to explain. I just want to make sure I don't miss a trade. We got position, value, breakouts, rejection, Fibonacci, RSI, Nasdaq, top of the bottom, trade, and the trending. Everything is covered. So now I can spend some time on this. So let's take a look at. All right, you have one rejection wick happening right now. So do this in trend. I have to start writing this one more time. And in trend. You can do this without, with or without trend is possible as well. What is trend? Just remember, trend equal background color. Okay, let's go back and let me explain you how this works. Okay, let me see if I can get an SRE setup confirmed at 15:10 first, and then I'll show you how this works. Okay, perfect. Let me remove, so I'll re-add those indicators back. Remove. This is important for me to say. I'll remove even the large triggers just to kind of give you a clear picture. All right. This will make sense. I like to do it this way. Okay, this is 15:10 chart. Let me clear this up so more users can see this. Okay, this is 15:10, so let's start writing some stuff. Chart is 15:10. Good. SRE equals is confirmed. How? I have, let's make this slightly easier to, let's do, sorry guys, trying to do too many things. All right. What do you guys have seen right here? It says a higher high. Price is going up. Okay, got a higher high. This is my swing. So this one was my swing. What's the next rule? This becomes my retrace. What do you have next? I have a higher low. Okay, good. I have a higher high. I have a higher low. Do I have an extension? No. What's the rule? Swing, retrace, extension. Extension means I must go and break 54.25. So if you want to take a breakout trade, you will take a 54.25. Do I have an extension in this case? Swing, retrace, no extension. So right here, 24, 20, 54, 23, 25, it is saying, so I'm waiting for a black candle from this. See, two things, if I don't see this, normally your charts is like, it's not showing any of this. Price came down and you're just watching this. All right, higher high, and price could still climb up one tick by tick by tick, and it could go to 25 and it can break 25. That would be considered swing, retrace, extension. Yes, I have an extension, so my trend is continuing. In this case, guys, I'm not watching background color. As in SRES, background color is not important. It's really important if you're taking a midband trade, gap trade, it's more important. So, I have a swing, I have a retrace, I have no extension. So now I have something called a kind of a trend change. So if you go on superareas.com, I've broken this down of many places. Let me just quickly change this. Okay, even this video talks about it. Higher high, and just watch what is happening here. Higher high, higher low, and in this case I will have the first lower high means I'm starting to go down. And how I have it broken down step by step, this whole how this works, and it works in both direction. Okay, so this is different. That's why when I say blue, black, higher highs, Higher lows are written in blue. Lower highs and lower lows are written in black. It must come in this combination, SRES. Swing, retrace, extension. Do I have an extension? No, I don't. If I don't, what is my optimal trade? Now I'll show you 3 trades that are possible in this scenario. Let me make this easier. Number 1. So let's do, it is confirmed. So now we know it's confirmed. Where will it get confirmed? At a black candle. So first step is you enter right here. So I'm going to write this as, okay, option 1. Option 1 is BC SRES. This will be called sell stop. So where would I enter? I would take 54.23 and I would take, because I'm on a 15-10 chart, guys. So 54.23.25 minus 4.75 or 19 ticks is my sell stop. So that's my one possible entry. Just giving you guys step by step on, in this case, when you're looking at this stuff, what are your options? Your one option is, let me close this and we'll make it, okay. So one option is that you are, right here is your one option. You would do a sell stop right here. Okay, this is your one possible entry. Okay. What's your, because this price is still going up, you have no idea, so you would do a sell stop here. You don't want to do that, no problem. What's your second option? Let's do this, and in this trade, your second option is, I would like to enter above this number. So you would take 25, I would come to around here, and let's do this. Let me change the color to, okay, I'm not sure how I would do change. Okay, this is my, let me change it to slightly different. It's a dotted line. It's okay. This is better. Okay. So I made a line here just to see. So I would, what is my second option? Option 2. Breakout trade. So I would buy stop above 5425. So buy stop 5425.25. That would be considered, and this is sell stop. Okay. So one option is that you're looking at everything and then you're like, all right, how can I take this and do this properly? So you have an option. You got this set up. You're like, okay, how can I possibly take these kind of trades? Higher high, higher low. You can enter right here. You can do a sell stop around here and do this. Okay, that's second possibility. Third possibility is there is another breakout trade if it breaks this number, 54.17. So that's your third option, is this trade. If you forgot to enter here, you're like, all right, or I can enter, let's make this line easier to see, and you're like, okay, I got this number set up. So you say, you know what? I will not enter this trade until it breaks. So that's your option number 3. Giving you all the options. You can place your trades in advance. So option number 3. Now this is a breakout I will call it again breakout trade. Option number 3. So here would be a sell stop at 54.1675 at newer lower low. I will call it next lower low. Buy stop at, I have to write exactly, otherwise people say buy stop limit. And this will be a sell stop limit. This will be a sell stop limit. So option is black candle, SRE is confirmed, sell stop limit at where? 54.23 minus 4.75. Where if this number goes higher, all of your math changes for this option. Everything else doesn't change. So this is guaranteed. You will put it because this is done. This is done. Now you have upper and lower ranges. 54.25. I would like to do a buy stop here. Option number 2. I would like to sell below 54.17 because that will make it at next higher high. So option number 1. Now I have SRE set up. I would like to just ride this thing along down here. Yeah, it can go to here. Still reverse, of course, but your SRE setup is your stop loss in this case. What would be the stop loss? Stop loss is at 4.75 or 19 ticks. Whatever your TP is, set your own. I always like to say set your own. What is your stop loss in this case? If you take an entry at a stop loss, your stop loss has to be again 4.75 or 19 ticks. TP, set your own. Okay. Now same thing. You're like, all right, now we're back to option. Let me make this here. You're somewhere here. Your option 1. Your option 2 is you would set your own stop loss because I would like to take a breakout in a long. So this is a long trade. Breakout trade long, breakout trade short. Breakout trade short. So sell stop at 54.16 as next lower low, and you will do a of course your stop loss and TP would be like this. So I'm giving you possible SL 4.75 or 19 ticks, and TP set your own. Okay, good. Now you got another type of trade all set up. SRES is confirmed. You would like to enter right here. SRES is confirmed. Sell stop. This would be a short type of trade, or sell to open, buy to close. 542325 minus 4.75 sell stop. So you gotta be quick to do this, and a lot of people are not, and they're like, how do I do this? And they're asking me, which is fine. It's not their fault. They're just not used to what buy stops, sell stops are. Anyway, so let's do this. So higher high, higher low, lower high. So I have few options. One option is I will do a SRES sell stop short right here. So the moment I know this number, I know where can I put my sell stop. Okay. Second option, I would like to take a long breakout in case this price keeps going up, and then I would like to take a breakout trade after 54.25. So you would do a buy stop limit and next higher high, because the moment it breaks this, first it will make a double top, and then it will make a higher high. So then you still gotta set your stop loss at 4.75 or 19 ticks, and TP maybe 1 tick based on breakout trades. There is a third type of option. You have a breakout trade to the short side. So you say, you know what, I don't want to take this. I will wait for the breakout to the down at a next lower low, and then you're definitely confirmed. Okay, everything is looking good. So now you have 3 options. The best option amongst all the type of trades that I tell you guys is as follows. Is this called retracement divergence. So let's go back, and where would you like to enter? Let me start drawing that now. Okay, so you go, and I will take this line. So your entry, Control Z, let me fix this. Okay. So your entry has to be, copy this, right, I would say the best is anywhere it can start. The moment you have a black candle to the downside, but preferably when the trend changes. So right here, this is your option number 4. So let me do this. Okay. Option number 4. This we call it retracement divergence. Okay. Your stop loss would be a short stop loss. So you would do after the black candle, you would do something called stop loss, sell stop above the current bar, and it would be called a sell limit order. Sell limit order above. So it's not a sell stop, it's called a sell limit, because price would be somewhere down here. So you would go on top of the bar right here, and then you would set your sell limit. So option number 4, go on top of the current bar, do your sell limit order, and your SL has to be 1.75 or 7 ticks. So 1.75 times 4 is 7 ticks. TP, at least one, like you should take really 10. What is 10? 10 becomes divided by 10 is 2.5 is 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. Anywhere from 1 to 2.5, so which is 4 to 10 ticks. You can take as many if you entered here. So this would be, you would do a sell limit order here, starting here, if preferably when the color changes. So this is your highest probability. And if this so it would be option number 4, retracement divergence, and it would be a short trade. You would do right click here and do a sell limit, because it would be above the price. It would be a sell limit order. Stop loss is only 1.75 or 7 ticks. Why? If the price comes here and just starts to make a next black candle, your stop loss is only 7 ticks away. On 30-20, this is only 14 ticks away. So if you were to do this on 15-10 or on a 30-20, much so is written here, 14 or 7. So you have, once you have an SRE setup confirmed, you have option 1. I want to take right after the black candle. Option number 2, I want to take a breakout long trade. Option number 3, you can take a short trade in this SRE is after is confirmed. So the moment this is done, start placing your order. Now nothing came in our, I don't know, because this is in the back. Came, and then you keep putting top of the bar, and then finally it will pick you up here. So if it picks you, so if you took this trade, great, you're going down. If you took option 2, it did not fill. If you took option 3, you're still okay. In this scenario, option 1 worked, option 2 worked, and it will pick you somewhere around here. So your original entry was, let me make slightly changes to this arrow so it'll be easier to understand. Let's make it slightly thick. So this would be your entries right here. So you moved it to, go a little bit bigger, and then next is your moved it here. If that didn't pick up, you moved it down to next bar. That didn't work. You moved your order to the down. That didn't work. You moved your order to the down. And then eventually you got to here. Eventually you had your orders getting picked up here. So this, and if it got picked up here, from here to here is 10 ticks and you're done, but you're still making money, and you can trail or whatever you like, however you like. So this is one way of for you to kind of see how your trades are being placed. So, but you have to put your orders on top of the bar. Sell limit, sell limit, sell limit. So, and as you eventually keep moving. So in this case, you have 4 options. Either you would do, and the best option amongst all of this I like is option 4. Doesn't happen often, but if it does, right away, the safest trade is there with the lowest amount of stop loss. Of course, you have mid bands happening, you have top of the bar happening, low of the bar happening. You can take any type of trades, guys, but if you have SRES confirmed, you have chances on option 1 here, option 2. So when you do an OCO order, you set up 1, 2, 3 orders, and the 4th one but generally, if black candle picks up, the option 1 will go in, and then 2 will disappear, because so you decide which one do you want to take. I want to take, after SRES is confirmed, I want to take option 1. Right at the 4th candle, I will do this number minus this. If I want to do option number 2, breakout long, buy stop above this price. Option number 3, sell stop below this price. Option number 4, the moment SRES is confirmed, I go on top of the bar and start putting my sell order limit. And then if it picks up, because on 1510, if it picks up, this is 1510, and 1510 these days is moving a lot faster, but you can do this on 3020, 1510. But your stop loss is the lowest amongst them all, of all type of trades. So there you go, guys. 4 options for you right after this. So I will save this, and let me just double check to make sure I wrote chart is 1510. SRE is confirmed. Higher high, higher low, no extension. So option 1. I will have a black candle, SRES, sell stop limit. I'm shorting from where? 54.23 minus 4.75. Sell stop order. Let's say you can say order. So stop loss would be 4.75, because from here, if it makes a black candle, 19 ticks are gone. Set TP on your own. Sometime it just picks it up and shoots to the downside. So you set up your own TP. Option 2, I'll wait for a breakout long trade. So buy stop order, buy stop limit order above, buy stop limit order at that next higher high, and 4.75 from this point, because from here to next black candle is 4.75. And then option 4. Option 3 is, hey, I don't want to take this, but I want to see if this breakout is actually confirmed. So I will do 54.17 and one tick below, and that's how you will do your sell stop order, sell stop limit order at 4.1 tick below this number at the next lower low, because the moment it breaks this, it will make a next lower low. Stop loss 4.75 or 19 ticks. So that's your next thing. So option, and the final option, I would call it the best option, best case option, with lowest stop loss you have, because you're on 1510 1.75, and if you see this setup on 3020, it is going to be this way. So there you go, guys. It kind of, hopefully this explains what a retracement divergence is, so I don't have to do a full another video for that, but I'll post this on my status now. So, and let me close this, and let's look at some maybe long trades in this case. So retracement divergence after SRES is confirmed. Let's see, higher high, price has been going down. So again, same idea. You have a, let me figure this out. When you have a first higher low after a, okay, you have a lower low, then you have a lower high. Then I have my this. So let's take a, again, quick entries possibility. So let's expand this chart. SRE is confirmed. Let's do this. I'll just draw the arrows, won't write the orders. So possibility, one order is you would place your buy right here. So let me make this quickly. 1 second. All right, so let's make this slightly bigger, and want to, all right, so other way, don't do dashes, straight line. Okay, so good enough. Let me make it an arrow other way. Who cares about shadow? Okay, so that's possibly, I do have, let me start to at least circle some. What do I have? I have a lower low. Next I have a lower high. Next I have a higher low. So that's my indicator that I'm going up. So first possibility is I would place my one order here. So that's my option number one. What is my option number two? If it continues down and breaks this, if it breaks this number, that's my second option. So if it breaks here, I would do one order here. So that's my second option. My third option is I would do it here. It has to break, sorry, too many things happening. It will break this number. So that's my another option. I'll rewrite it in this direction. The final best way is option number 4 would be right here. So let's start writing it down quickly. Option 1 right here. Option 2 right here. Option 3 right here. And best case option number 4, option 4. So let's expand. This would be a buy limit, bottom of the bar. So you would just, after the black candle, you will put, because look, the black candle happened and the price kind of shot down. So you would place your order at the bottom of these bars, or let me make this one slightly smaller. So either this, or wherever your bottom of the bar would be, you would do an option 4. This is a breakout, so option 2 would be your buy, stop, limit, order, and long. Okay, above 54.20, so you would do it at 54.26. Okay, that's option. Next, this option is black candle, so it would be a higher low plus 4.75. so where am I coming up with this number? You have a higher low, so you can do 54.1950 plus 4.75 equals, then whatever that number would come, would do a buy, stop, limit, order. It would be a long order, and of course your SL has to be same. Okay, so option 1, I would like to buy here, buy long, so higher low plus 4.7 because I'm going long. Option 2, I want to wait for this breakout and I'll do a buy, stop, limit, long. Option 3, I want to wait for my extension, so of course this would be a breakout, sell, stop, limit, order below 54.16.5. okay, so exactly would be, you can do at 25, 54.16.25, or you can do, so this would be a short order, so short or sell. Final option, and of course you have the stop loss. So let me write one quick thing rather than writing 4 times. Option 1 or 2 or 3, SL equals $4.75 or 19 ticks. However, option number 4 in this case, the bottom of the bar buy limit, stop loss 1.75, TP anywhere from your 1 to 2.5, or 4 to 10 ticks. All right. So now you have a clear explanation on long, on short. My SRE setup is done on 15 ton. I have a lower low, I have a lower high, then I have a higher low, meaning that I'm no longer going down. I don't have an extension. So this number will change in only for option 1. So if this goes low, as long as it doesn't cross there, either you will do a sell stop. If it breaks this previous low, extension is confirmed, you'll do a sell stop. But best is top of the bar, bottom of the bar. Even extension is confirmed, you go sell top of the bar. When SRES other way is confirmed, you go bottom of the bar. So whether extension is confirmed or SRES is confirmed, or where it's making a new swing, so you do this below, so coming down to write the final note. So I will save this, and so you place your limit. So the trade is called, of course I didn't even write the trade type. It's called Retracement Divergence, meaning BBs, moving averages, RSI is not aligned with price inside the bar. So I'll show you what I mean by this. Take a look at here what happened. Let me show you a clear example. This top of the bar right here, you got no moving averages, no BBs move up here, you got no strength moving up here. So this is retracement divergence. So that's the technical word for it. Let me pick a different one. Retracement divergence right here. You got nothing going up in moving averages, you got nothing going up in strength. Retracement divergence. So it is right here. After the divergence, you can take this trade too. If the divergence is confirmed, bottom of the bar. From here to here, you're done, man, for the whole day. It's 10 ticks. You only need 2 points in the whole day to pass any funded exam. If you're doing MES, maybe 2 or 3 trades, but wait for the setup. Right here. So if you look, price did not come down to touch anything. So you have lots of retracement divergence happening throughout. Right here, take a look. Price came down, none of the BBs came down. Look right here, 1, 2. So if the trend is green, buy bottom of the bar, bottom of the bar. And either you do this in swing, or you do this again. I'm doing this in a swing, So you do this in swing, or you do this in extension. So swing, retrace, extension, no extension. This becomes a so you have swing, you have retrace. Lots of options. 1, 2. You can do every top of the bar too, but after the SRE setup is confirmed, you're more likely to win a trade after the SRES black candle. From here, shot down, man. And from here, look how many top of the bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the last 7 right here. So anyway, so this is called retracement divergence, and preferably to do this in swing or extension. You can do them in retraces too, but best to do them if because when extension becomes the swing, you're more chances. When extension becomes the swing, you're better off. But this is called a retracement divergence, where you place your orders at the bottom of the bar. You can do this anytime, going up or down. That's the stop loss. You don't have to follow. Look, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. It's 4.75. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're done. 1 here, 1 here. Just bottom of the bar is your entry. Practice over and over. Going down. If you don't want to wait for the setup, setup will give you the highest probability of not hitting a stop loss, but bottom of the bar, top of the bar. Price going down, sell top of the bar. But it's better to match the chart colors. It's a background, it's better. So there you go. Lots of opportunities right here. And with the lowest stop loss possibility. So midband, of course, is working. So you have retrace, you have a breakouts, So throughout the whole setup, you have lots of possibilities. Anyway, so you have the retracement divergence video as well. So there's no separate videos. Maybe you guys can forward. So I'll title this video as optimal stop losses and for all the trades and retracement divergence broken. Okay, it's Friday, April 4th, 1:47 a.m. So this I will show you on a live how to do the retracement retracement divergence trade. So I will add this clip at the bottom. So you are right now I'm in a huge swing, 40-point swing. I want to buy somewhere. I don't want to buy in midband, so I will go at the bottom of 30-20, right click, buy limit. So that is called a buy limit order. So now it has moved up a little, so I will go and place my buy on top of bottom of this bar. So this is how it works. So if you want to place at the bottom of the bar, so you will just place it anywhere and then just drag it to the bottom of the bar. There you go. So now I have placed an order on 30-20 chart at the bottom of the bar right here. So when the price will come, it'll take me with me. So now my stop loss would be, of course, let me set up an ATM here. So let's do retracement divergence 30-20. What is my 14 ticks to let's do 20 ticks profit. So 14.20. So I'll cut it 14 to 20 TP. 30-20 ES or MES retracement divergence 14 stop loss 20 tick. And there you go. My ATM will get open when my price hits buy limit. So this is called a buy limit. So at the bottom of the bar, large triggers are open. I'm inside my swing. And so when the price hits 5400.50, it will actually pick my order. My previous high is 54.21. If you wanna, you can do a buy stop here. So this would be but with a different ATM. Breakout ATM, you can decide as many. You can do OCO orders if you like. Right click here, it becomes an OCO order. So in this case, if I place a buy here, buy limit here, and I want to then also, if it goes above 42.5, I would like to buy. So let's do a breakout. So breakout, maybe I want to take a stop loss of 34 ticks, my profit of 8 ticks. So you can call it 30-20 ES breakout for 34 ticks to 8 ticks, let's say. And what is my breakout? I will go above 21.25, and I would like to do a buy stop limit order. So I've placed two orders. One is at the bottom of the buy. So whichever gets picked up, the other one will get cancelled since it's my OC order. So if you want to practice, just go make sure Chart Trader is turned on right here. You have the right account, right ATM, and then you can go ahead and so this is how your retracement divergence would work. So idea is the price will come inside the bar to the bottom, but none of my BBs. It's pretty over right now. It's overbought 99.41. Market has gone up 40 points. Didn't give me a single bottom of the bar. It just shot up, but let's see which it's almost at the bottom of the bar. So let's see which what is happening at 1510. So you guys can see. Let me turn on chart trader, and here you see this is where my order is. So I missed it by 75. Didn't pick up my order on same place. It did touch 54. So my breakout, as you see how breakout is showing up, I would like to go above. And if I want to do Fibonacci trades, but this will get picked up. So if I do a buy limit here, first this will get picked up. So if you do an OCO order here, obviously OCO orders, you have to do it on this chart too. It's totally different. But there you go. So now I'm waiting for either the price to hit bottom of the bar. In this case, because I'm severely overbought, 99%, an optimal trade would be a mid-band. Bottom of the bar is truly more effective the moment you go into green, and then you can start placing your, and after about from here to here, about 13 points, generally the ES will come back and dance around at the bottom of the bar sometimes. But there you go. So now these are breakout trades, and so if you are having hard time trading on 1510, your best option is to do it. Sometimes if you are severely overbought, you may want to put your stop loss much down. But let's see if it picks up and where it would do the stop loss. And there you go. I got picked up. I got 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, 5 ticks, and 5 ticks are done. And I'm going on top. Almost 6 ticks. 7 ticks, 100 would be, so I'm $87 bottom of the bar. It picked up my trade, and of course my OCO order was there, and I got canceled there. So this is live trade. 2 points are done. You can get 2 points, 3 points. I can move my stop loss to above or close, but at the bottom of the bar I've placed my trade. And I've seen 2 points. I didn't get it, but right now I'm at 1 point. But you are when things are severely overbought, then it needs a bit of a retrace, maybe touch mid-band and go back up. But even in this bottom of the bar at 1:54 a.m. April 4th, you guys saw that I was able to extract 2 points out of this. So it's completely up to you. You can move your stop loss down, you can move your thing to 2 points, but I'm still in a positive trade, and this is called the bottom of the bar. So it picked up exactly at the bottom. Still I am in a 1 point, 1.5 point trade. There you go. 2 points were once again done, and you can move it back. If it shoots back up, you would like to trail. It's completely up to you. I don't get excited if I lose money. I don't get excited. I make money. I don't get emotional if I lose. It's all part of the system. I know my stop loss. If it hits, if I didn't get it, I'm not gonna cry. Hey, I saw $100 and I took my stop loss. That's the risk you take when you're trading, right? So there you go. But ideas bottom of the bar on 30-20 will give you the highest probability in terms of getting you a couple of points. And if it shoots up more, yeah, it will. So I have my TP set. The earlier you can get, the first retracement is the highest value. If it happens to have somewhere down here, of course, but you have no idea when the retracement. But never enter at a close to the current price. You won't be more profitable, and majority you will enter. There you go, almost 2.5 points, almost. My bar in the morning is all done. All I care about is, look, 103 points, and I saw $175. So scalping to the best is this low of the bar, top of the bar, and I'm in a trade. So kind of lucky wherever I enter the trade, it kind of tends to go in my favor. Yes, I hit my stop loss, but I'm trying to do the most optimal trade, which is a retracement divergence, and you go from there. So guys, this is the example of top of the bar, bottom of the bar trade. I will always buy